So this was his question. He had an exact question, and I wrote down the strikes. So his question was about the Bob on Fire trades. He really likes them. Okay. So you go all the way to January. And I don't know if the strikes are going to be the same, but in the beginning, he started with the 400, 450 call spread.
This is Joe's trade?
Well, he started with the 410, then moved into the, yes, this is Joe's trade. So 400, go to the 400, 450, 400, 450, and then sell 2 310s.
And I mean, this is similar to the concept of Bob's trade. Bob's trade is...
This is Bob's trade.
Sell a call for half the price. Sell a call for half the price of the call you're buying. So here, if you're paying, $58, you could go further.
No, these were his strikes that he used. And I'm sure it was it was 50% at the time. He used all Bob's parameters. He referenced Bob on Fire. He kept referencing it. And then he was selling the 310, 2 310 puts. So this is all farther out in time. He was also mentioning that he was in portfolio margining, so he was only using about $4,000. Okay. So now his question was, hold on, he wants the good, the bad, the pros, and the cons of this. Okay. So he said, I wanted to get my break even of my put closer to 300, because that seems to be some type of resistance level, or if you owned Microsoft at 300, hasn't been there in years. Okay. So then he switched to strikes. So then he wanted us to compare and contrast these strikes to this strike. Okay. Then he had the 300 put. So take one down to the 300. Okay. And then he brought the call spread all the way into the 350, 370. And he said, what is the biggest difference? Relay the pros and cons between the 350, 370. So he narrowed it a little bit.
Wait, so he's totally in the money with this call spread?
Totally in the money. So his question was, what is the difference between doing the ones that are in the money, because it moves everything down farther?
So 353, your max profit, right, is $2,200. You've got a lot less profit potential.
Yeah, so you have a little, but it moves your break even. He was happy with that. I was just trying to break down in my mind, and it was just so much easier to talk through with you. Mm-hmm. So you've got that in the money call spread.
So basically with this trade, you don't need Microsoft to go up. Like with Bob's trade, in order to make your full profit potential, you need Microsoft to go up. It's a bullish trade where you want the stock to go up. This in my mind is this. You sell a put spread and sell 2 more puts. It's like short put spread, short 2 puts.
Where you're going to keep that collection no matter what.
Yes. Yeah, you're just going to keep that. And that's how I would set this trade up because the out of the money.
You could use the other side, but conceptually, so what I love about Joe's critical thinking here is he's like, I just want my break even lower. Could I shift everything down, give up some of my profit potential if I can sleep better at night knowing that I'm getting it at 300 instead of 310? And I was like, in my mind, I was like, sure. If you know where your risk parameters were and he was using the curve view. So go to the curve view here.
I'm going to go to the curve view for both. So again, this is Microsoft doesn't have to go up at all for this trade to make max profit. And it could actually go down in order for this trade to make max profit.
But what you're giving up, the gimme and the gotcha is you're giving up your profit potential for that.
Yeah. So here you've got what, $1,500, No, that's here. You've got $2,500 in max profit potential.
Well, it does have to go up to get to the $2,500 in max profit potential, but not in the beginning.
Wait, we've got something else in Microsoft. It shouldn't have to.
Let's see.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. We have a position, so it shouldn't have to. Like here's Microsoft, and you'll make your full profit of 25, 22, 37 anywhere to the upside, even if Microsoft goes down to 370. It just has to stay above 370.
So it's pretty interesting, isn't it?
So, but when we buy that deep in the money call spread, the reason I switched it to a short put spread, because these markets are much tighter. Typically, the markets and the out of the monies are tighter and easier. You have an easier time getting filled. And that's one of the market measures from last week on, talking about liquidity. And like here, it's $24 at $24.30, so 30 cents wide versus $76.10 at $77.80, $1.70 wide. So with that trade, if I'm going to set it up, I'm going to use all out of the monies.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. But I didn't hate the concept of bringing it down if you know you're giving up some of that profit potential. And especially, like I said, Joe was in PM account, so it was using less capital.
But this isn't, so this short $20 wide put spread, he wants his break even at 300.
His break even's at 300.
You're probably not getting that much from the put spread.
Yeah, you're getting quite a bit.
So
60, you're getting $1,000, $2,000.
But you could just sell 2 310 puts and get your break even to 300.
True.
Like you don't have to get that fancy. You could sell 2 310. You could sell, like, instead of 2 puts at the 300, move your put up a strike and sell 2 puts at the higher strike.
Yeah.
And then you have till 310. Then Microsoft could go all the way down to 310. You still have the risk of 200 shares. Your break even still 300, and you've got more room to the downside.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't mind it if you wanted to do it with the call spread, because I do think that gives you quicker, in my opinion, and Bob is the expert, clearly, Bob on Fire is the expert. That call spread gives you that little oomph, and you can get paid a lot more than just the puts. Don't get me wrong, the puts decay, but if you get the move you're looking for with Bob's trade, you can get out for 50% pretty quickly because it's the puts and the calls that are working together.
And with Bob's trade, if we set it up right now with his parameters, it's, buy one at the money call, sell a call for half the price. So we're looking for a $27 call.
Right.
And
yeah.
then,
I mean, it's pretty close. Yeah.
And then sell 2 puts to pay for this. So $15 puts.
I mean, it's not too far off of his original. Do you know what I mean? But the prices were different.
And I just wanted to show on the analysis page how, in order to make this money, you see Microsoft's trading here. And in Joe's example, he's giving himself lots of room to the downside.
Keep in mind, the prices were different when Joe was giving it to us. So his were, he set it up with their original parameters of Bob on Fire and just shifted it. And so in my mind, Jenny, take these strikes and just shift them down. I want to see what happens until you have no credit. Oh, that's a debit. That'll do it right there. But it wasn't too far.
No, but anytime we set up Bob's trade, you have a small amount of profit potential to the downside if you're taking in a credit, but your chunk of the profit potential, which is a lot bigger, because here max profit 7,000, the Microsoft actually has to go up to hit that, to get to that.
And that's what I'm saying is your profit potential, or at least a portion of it, a percentage of it, can get hit pretty quickly. I know we were talking about just those 2 puts, and I think that's a great concept too, if that's where your break even is. But you get paid out a lot quicker with both, with the 2 puts and the call spread, because in conjunction, if you were just going to take, I don't know, I know your max profit is 7,000, but say you were going to take 25% of this, $2,500 out, you can get it pretty quickly if Microsoft goes up to like 440.
Because it's a very wide call spread. It's a very wide call spread. In Joe's scenario, his call spread was only $20 wide, where this call spread is $70 wide. Yeah. So like you're not on a $20 wide, on that $20 wide, which I believe was.
So his original was 50. He went from $50 wide, from the 400, 450 to the 350, 370. So he was $30 or $20 wide versus the $50 wide.
So it's the same thing as this put spread, 370, 360. So it's like you have those 2 short puts with this additional put spread of $600. If Microsoft has a big rally, you could probably take half of it. So $300 out of that, in addition to whatever you get for your 2 short.
Yeah, you can get out of them quicker. So I just wanted to talk through it. I appreciate the email, Joe. Thank you very much. And he seems very clear of the concept. Like Joe was he was so cute. He was using Bob on Fire does this, the Bob on Fire trade. It was a great video.
And I think, like always, if you want more room and a lower break even, like you said, Liz, for every gimme, there's a gotcha. Less profit potential, narrow that call spread. There are other ways to get more room. Yeah. And I like that he had his idea of in Microsoft 300 is his
that's where he said he can sleep it. He literally said, and I think it comes from you, he's like, I can sleep at night knowing that if I'm long it's at 300. I was like, great.
Hey, if I knew Hims was taking such a tumble, I don't know if I would have slept last night.
Thanks for watching. The more you build on these lessons, the more systematic this process will become. The goal is to take you from isolated trades to a repeatable trading process you can rely on. Click through to watch more.